Rome burns beneath a crimson sky. The empire that ruled the world now falls to its knees. Fire devours marble, and silence swallows the screams. The smoke clears, and Rome breathes again. Streets alive, banners shining, power restored. The empire stands eternal, or so it believes. A single coin spins between light and shadow, wealth gleaming on the surface, corruption beneath. Rome's enemy is no longer at the gates. It's inside its own walls. Behind glittering walls of gold lies nothing but debt. The empire feeds on illusion, and even its treasure bleeds. The poor pay for the power of the rich. Each coin surrendered is another life undone, as Rome taxes its people to death. The fields that once fed an empire now whisper only to the wind. Rome's strength has vanished, its heart left hollow and still. Rome melts its wealth to buy survival, silver turns to smoke, and every coin forged feeds the fire that burns it. Silver floods the markets, yet buys less each day. Rome's wealth shines brighter, but its value fades to dust. Gold replaces honor, and silence buys obedience. Rome's armies still march, but not for Rome anymore. The council meets beneath marble and pride. The numbers lie, the voices flatter, and Rome mistakes denial for strength. When truth grows costly, blame becomes cheap. Rome points outward for its ruin, never inward, where the cracks begin. Rome floods the world with hollow silver. The coins shine like victory, but every glow hides a lie. The markets of Rome erupt in hunger and despair. The people who built the empire now tear it apart to survive. The forum stands empty. Its marble echoes, once filled with voices, now whisper only dust. Rome's silence has begun. The roads that once carried gold now carry silence. Rome's lifelines cut by dust, greed, and decay. While the people starve, the throne feasts. Gold buys silence, and silence devours Rome from within. Provinces break their oaths, banners burn, the empire's body divides. Its heart no longer answers the call of Rome. Rome no longer fights for Rome. Its legions now march for whoever pays, loyalty replaced by gold. The vaults of Rome echo with emptiness. Gold that once ruled the world now trickles away like sand through broken hands. From beyond the eastern plains they came, riders of fire and dust, drawn to the scent of a dying empire. Along Rome's endless borders, fear takes form. The walls tremble, not from siege, but from the sound of what's coming. Rome opens its gates not with armies, but with gold. Coins buy mercy, yet every payment cuts its soul deeper. Famine walks where Rome once prospered. The empire feeds its people, not with bread, but with promises. To calm the starving streets, Rome throws grain like ashes. Each handful buys a moment, not salvation. Every loaf now costs a fortune. Rome melts its glory into coins and calls it survival. Rome's generals speak of battles, but the treasury bleeds faster than any wound. Gold, not blood, ends empires. The land that once fed an empire lies silent. From its dust rises only hunger and the whisper of what Rome used to be. Inside marble halls, the senators drink deep, their wine bought with peasant taxes. Outside, the empire starves. Corruption creeps through Rome like blood through veins. Every oath is bought, every truth sold in silence. Public money builds marble dreams, while the people starve outside. Each stone laid is another coffin for Rome's soul. Honor once bound Rome's legions. Now loyalty is bought in coin and sold again by morning. Across the provinces, governors steal faster than Rome can replace them. Ships meant for grain now sail heavy with gold.
Please.
Justice, once Rome's pride, is now a trade. Verdicts cost silver. Mercy costs more. Even Rome's generals sell their swords. They plot against their emperors for gold, not glory. Leadership rots in fear and greed. Thrones once built for glory now tremble beneath betrayal. In 70 years, 20 emperors rise and fall. Crowns traded for coffins. Rome devours its own throne. Each death drains faith from Rome's heart. The people no longer cheer, they only watch their world fade. Rome's wealth now bleeds its people dry. The empire taxes hunger and still demands more.
Please have mercy. Pay your taxes.
To control chaos, Diocletian divides an empire in half. East and West, two rulers, one fate. Constantinople thrives on trade and reform, while the West drowns in debt. One empire, two destinies. The East rises on commerce and vision. The West, once its heart, collapses under its own weight. The Western treasury empties, paying armies it can't sustain. Gold turns to dust in desperate hands. Unpaid legions abandon their posts. Loyalty dies in silence, and Rome's borders fade into mist. Desperate for defense, Rome buys foreign swords. They fight for coin, not for the empire that pays them. They once fought for Rome, now they fight for gold, and soon for nothing at all. The legions that once ruled the world now sell their swords to survive, glory traded for gold. Rome turns its sword inward. The empire that conquered the world now destroys itself. From the farthest steppes they ride, new shadows on the horizon, carrying the storm that will break an empire. The Huns move like fire across the land, too fast to fight, too fierce to flee. Rome's mighty legions break in smoke and flame, borders collapse, and the empire burns at its edges. From the storm's heart he rises. Attila, the scourge of God, feared not by name, but by silence before thunder. The Balkans lie in ashes. Theodosius sends gold he doesn't have, paying silence with smoke. Each year, 600 kilos of gold leave Rome's vaults, not for glory, but for survival. Once Rome commanded the world. Now it bows and pays to be spared. Across the broken roads they wander, hungry, silent, chased not by war, but by hunger and disease. Faith fades to whispers in empty halls. The gods remain silent, and hope flickers like dying flame. Once, gold lit every corner of Rome. Now only dust remains, and the echo of what it was. In the dying West, thrones turn to traps. Every alliance hides a knife, and every promise, a price. Valentinian kills the man who could have saved him. Rome's shield turned on itself, and defense became murder. Months later, the blade he once commanded returns for him. His guards repay loyalty with silence. In Rome's twilight, power no longer commands. It hides, survives, and waits for the next betrayal. Across the storm-torn sea they come, the Vandals of Carthage, and with them, Rome's final terror. As the gates closed on Rome's last hope, even her emperor found no mercy, only stones from his own people. For 2 endless weeks, the Eternal City echoed with footsteps, not of Romans, but of her conquerors. Gold was taken, people bound in chains, and from their ruins the world learned a new word, vandalism. Avitus rises not by Rome's will, but by foreign hands, an emperor in borrowed armor, ruling a ghost of an empire. In the empire's final shame, marble turns to coin and glory melts to smoke. Even Rome's gods are sold for survival. Majorian rises from the ashes, the last emperor who dares to fight, not for power, but for Rome itself. For a moment, Rome breathes again. Majorian brings light to the ruins, but shadows move faster than hope.
This conspiracy
in shadowed
runs deeper
halls,
than we imagined.
Rome's saviors plot his fall. Loyalty traded for coin and honor drowned in whispers. Majorian's flame flickers once, and then, like Rome's honor, it vanishes into the dark. A boy lays down an empire, the seal falls silent, and with it, 2,000 years of Rome. No armies march, no cities burn. Only silence moves among the stones, the echo of what once was Rome. The empire is gone, but its story endures, written not in ink, but carved in stone. Power without discipline decays in silence. Authority left unguarded turns to dust. Gold without balance turns to dust. The treasures of empire outlive its soul. Greed, the silent conqueror of all empires, the only enemy they never learn to defeat. From ashes, Europe rises anew, yet through every stone and road, Rome's shadow still walks. Rome did not die in a day. It unraveled by its own hand, thread by silent thread. 1,000 years of glory undone by 1,000 small cracks, the empire eroded not by enemies but by time itself. The empire that conquered the world could not master itself. Its greatest enemy lay within. No sword ended Rome. It was silence, greed, and time. The fall came not from without, but from within.